Hello, everyone, and welcome to this lecture. Today, I'm going to explain Sonnet 113 by William Shakespeare, line by line in the easiest way. But before we begin, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss any content like this. Before explaining the lines, let's first understand the background and theme. This sonnet is about how deeply the poet's love affects the way he sees the world. He says that ever since he's been separated from the person he loves, his eyes don't work the same anymore. Everything he sees is influenced by thoughts of that person. Even when he looks at birds, flowers, people, or landscapes, his mind transforms them to resemble the person he loves. His love is so strong it overpowers his senses. The main theme is how love controls perception, and how deep love can make the mind see the beloved everywhere. Now let's begin the explanation line by line. Since I left you, mine eye is in my mind. Shakespeare begins the sonnet by expressing how deeply he misses the person he loves. He says that ever since they were separated, his physical eye no longer focuses on the outside world. Instead, it has turned inward and now lives in his mind. This means that he no longer looks at or pays attention to anything around him because his imagination is completely filled with the image of the beloved. Even though he still sees with his eyes, it's as if his real vision has moved into his thoughts, where he keeps seeing the person he loves over and over. So rather than observing the real world, he's constantly looking at the mental picture of the one he misses. This line introduces the main idea of the sonnet. Love has taken control of his senses and changed the way he experiences the world, and that which governs me to go about. Here, now he refers to the power or sense that controls his ability to move and function in the world, likely meaning his sight or reason. The word governs means controls or guides, and go about means to move through daily life or carry out activities. So he is talking about the inner force, possibly his sight or mind, that usually helps him interact with the world and perform his usual tasks. However, because he is so deeply absorbed in thoughts of the beloved, this guiding power is no longer working properly. This line sets up the idea that love has disrupted his ability to live normally. The part of him that should be helping him act or see clearly is now confused or distracted. Doth part his function and is partly blind. It means that the part of him, most likely his eye or inner sense, that normally helps him function is no longer working properly. It is only doing part of its job. The word doth means does. Part his function means it only performs part of its usual role. And partly blind means it cannot fully see or understand. So he's saying that ever since he left, the person he loves is no longer fully doing what it should do. It has become partially blind or ineffective. Love has made him so focused on the memory of the beloved that he cannot clearly see or experience the world around him. His senses are failing because they are overwhelmed by thoughts of love. Seems seeing but effectually is out. This means that his eyes appear to be working. They seem like they are seeing things, but in truth, they are not truly seeing or understanding anything. The word effectually means in actual effect or in reality, and is out means is not functioning or is missing. So even though his eyes are open and looking, they are not really taking in or processing what they see. This is because his mind is so filled with thoughts of the person he loves that he can't pay attention to anything else. His vision is useless in a practical sense. It only seems to be seeing, but isn't really doing its job. And then says, "For it no form delivers to the heart." Now he explains what this blindness means. He is saying that his eye, though it looks at things, does not truly pass on or communicate any image or form to his heart, meaning his emotions or inner self. The word form refers to the shape, appearance, or image of what the eye sees. So even though the eye is physically looking at the world, it doesn't make him feel anything or connect emotionally to what he sees. The heart remains untouched because his mind and emotions are still focused on the person he loves. In simple terms, he means my eyes see things, but they don't move me because they don't really send anything meaningful to my heart. Of bird, of flower, or shape which it doth latch. Shakespeare is continuing the idea that his eye no longer truly takes in or connects with the things it sees. The phrase which it doth latch means which it catches or grasps, referring to the way the eye notices or locks onto things. He lists bird, flower, and shape as examples of beautiful or interesting things in the world. But even when his eye sees these, birds flying, flowers blooming, or other forms and shapes, it doesn't really capture them in a meaningful way. They leave no real impression on his heart or mind because he is still emotionally attached to the person he loves. In simple terms, it means, even if I see lovely things like birds or flowers, my eye doesn't truly take them in because my heart is full of thoughts of you. Of his quick objects hath the mind no part. It means that his mind does not take part in the things his eye sees. The word quick here means lively, moving, or living, and objects means the things that the eye sees, such as people, animals, or anything in motion or full of life. So, his quick objects refers to the lively sights the eye observes, but he says his mind has no part in them, meaning that even though his eye looks at these things, his mind doesn't really notice, enjoy, or engage with them. His attention is somewhere else, still filled with thoughts of the person he loves. In simple words, my eye sees many things, but my mind doesn't pay attention to any of them. Nor his own vision holds what it doth catch. It means that even the eye itself does not keep or hold on to what it sees. The phrase his own vision refers to the eye's power to see, and what it doth catch means what the eye sees or observes. So he is saying that even though the eye catches or notices things, it does not truly take them in or keep them. The eye is not fully engaged. It looks, but it doesn't hold the image in the way it normally would. This shows how deeply distracted and overwhelmed he is by thoughts of his beloved. His eye may be open and looking, but it's not really paying attention or connecting with what it sees, because his heart and mind are elsewhere. For if it see the rudest or gentlest sight, in the line, Shakespeare is saying that even if his eye looks at either the roughest or the most delicate and beautiful things, it does not truly see them for what they are. The word rudest is a shortened form of rudest, meaning the most unpleasant, ugly, or harsh. Gentlest means soft, sweet, or beautiful. So he is giving a contrast. Whether his eyes see something very harsh or very lovely, it doesn't matter. This line sets up the idea that his eyes no longer respond to the real world in a normal way, because everything he sees is reshaped by the memory and image of the person he loves. His eye is so consumed by love that even extreme differences in beauty or ugliness do not register as they should. The most sweet favor or deformedst creature. He continues the contrast between beauty and ugliness. The most sweet favor means the most pleasant or lovely appearance. Favor here refers to someone's looks or features. Deformedst creature means the most deformed or ugly being. So he's saying, whether my eyes see the most beautiful face or the ugliest creature, it makes no difference, because his vision is no longer objective. This line emphasizes how deeply his love has affected his perception. His eyes are so full of the image of the person he loves that they can't truly see or respond to anything else, no matter how extreme it is in appearance. The mountain or the sea, the day or night. Now he gives more examples. He lists natural opposites and grand sights, mountains and seas, day and night, to show that even the most striking and contrasting things in nature make no difference to him now. These are things that would normally capture attention because they're powerful and beautiful, but his eyes no longer respond to them in a normal way. His vision is so filled with the image of the person he loves that all other things, no matter how great or different they are seen only through that one image. So he's saying, even the vast mountain or the endless sea, even bright day or dark night, nothing touches my mind or heart the way thoughts of you do. The crow or dove, it shapes them to your feature. Now, Shakespeare says that no matter what his eye sees, whether it is a crow or a dove, his mind shapes or transforms them into the image of the person he loves. The word feature refers to the appearance or face of the beloved. So even when looking at two opposite birds, one commonly seen as ugly or ominous, the crow, and the other as peaceful and lovely, the dove, his love forces him to see only his lover's face in both. It shows how deeply his thoughts are consumed by love. Everything he sees becomes a reflection of the beloved, no matter how different or unrelated it is. Incapable of more, replete with you. It means that his mind is completely full of thoughts of the person he loves, so much so that it is incapable of more, meaning it cannot take in or think about anything else. The word replete means fully filled or overflowing. So, because his mind is already overflowing with thoughts of the beloved, it has no space or capacity left for anything else, not nature, not beauty, not even new experiences. Everything he sees or thinks about is instantly turned into thoughts of the beloved, because that love has taken over his entire inner world. My most true mind thus maketh mine eye untrue. Finally, he is saying that his mind, which is completely loyal and faithful to the person he loves, causes his eyes to become untrue, meaning unfaithful or dishonest. His mind is so filled with love and thoughts of the beloved that it changes how he sees everything. His eyes no longer see the world as it really is. Instead, they see everything in the image of the one he loves. So even though his mind is true in its love, it makes his eyes lie by transforming everything into a reflection of that love. This line shows how deep love can change perception, making the lover see the beloved everywhere, even when they are not present. As you can see, this poem beautifully shows how love can change our way of seeing the world. Shakespeare says that when you're deeply in love, your eyes no longer belong to the world. They belong to your heart. No matter what you see, it becomes a reflection of the one you love. If you found this lecture helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next one.